Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Now in today's video I've got the recently released PlayStation Portal, and I'm hopefully going to be answering your questions and share my opinions on this device after buying it direct from Sony rather than giving it for free. So if you're new here, we make regular videos on gaming and technology for your smart home, so please do consider subscribing as we may make a video to make your life easier and I wouldn't want you to miss out. So do hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. As I said, I'll be answering as many questions as I've gathered about this, ranging from the obvious to the not so obvious. However, in this video, if I don't answer your question, drop it down in the comments below and I'll do my best to respond later. So let's get started then. How much is it? Well, the Portal was released on 15th of November 2023 for the price of £199, $199 or €220. What's in the box? Well, in the box you get the Portal itself, a USB cable, brief manual sheet and the usual paperwork that you'll never read. What do I need for it to play games? Well, for it to work you need two things. You need a PlayStation 5 and a Wi-Fi network. How big is it? It weighs in at a surprisingly light feeling 530 grams. It's 31 centimeters wide, 11 centimeters high and 5 to 6 centimeters deep with and without the thumbsticks. So it looks like one, but is it like a Dualsense? Well, essentially it is a PlayStation Dualsense that has been cut in half, split and a screen put in the middle. Does it have all the Dualsense features? Well, most of them really. It has the haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, the buttons, D-pad and the function buttons, all exactly the same. Is it comfy? Yes, it's super comfy and it feels identical in the hand to a regular Dualsense. Does it have a trackpad? Yes, but this is incorporated into the touch screen with two smaller touchpads either side of the screen that get activated by touching the screen. Then just double tap it on the appropriate part. There is no physical touchpad. What other buttons and ports does it have? Well, on the front are the regular Dualsense buttons such as PS, share, options and mic mute. And on the top though, as an extra, is a power and remote play activation button. Over to the right is the volume buttons. In front of them and the top are two surprisingly good speakers. Then underneath at the back is the USB charging port next to the 3.5mm headphone port. Does it have a built-in mic? Yes it does, same as the Dualsense. How does the mic sound? Well, here's a quick test, but if you've ever used the mic on a Dualsense, it's identical. Hello, this is MainCave testing the microphone on the PS Portal. It's about 30 centimeters away from my mouth and there's no other background noise. Let me know how this sounds in the comments below. What are the lights for down the side? Well, as with the Dualsense, it has these brightly coloured lights to the side, and they have things like status and any in-game additions they may have implemented for you. What's the screen like? Well, it's 8 inches LCD screen, it's nice, bright and crisp. It's 1080p, 60 frames per second. I think anything more than that and the battery may take a hit and streaming would just be vastly more difficult. I think you won't have a problem playing on it. It's a standout feature, albeit not OLED. How do the sticks feel? Movement feels the same, but the thumbstick caps are actually smaller than on a Dualsense. A Dualsense is 18mm, whereas the Portal there are 15mm. It is noticeable, but it's not an issue. How big is it compared to other handhelds? Well, here it is then next to my Steam Deck, next to my ROG Ally, and my Nintendo Switch OLED. How do you connect it to the PS5? Well, simple really, just turn it on and it connects. As long as you've already connected to a Wi-Fi, sorted. Based on my testings, the times range from a couple of seconds upward to about 20 seconds to be able to connect to the PS5. What happens if you lose connection? Well, if you do this and end up losing connection, the Portal will shrink down to like a small circle and try to reconnect. The few times this happened to me, it reconnected and this was very fast. Do I need fast internet? Well, it helps. The minimum is stated to be 5 megabits, but more the better. I ran at about 40 for my PS5 and had it running very well throughout the house. Will it automatically swap Wi-Fi? Yes, if you have saved Wi-Fi networks on the Portal, it will connect to the strongest one. Can I play my PS5 at the same time as my Portal? No. When you connect to a Portal, you are essentially playing your PS5. If you turn on a Dualsense to your PS5, your Portal would just disconnect. How does it compare to remote play on my phone? Well, it's a very similar experience really, but through my testing, I was able to get a much more stable connection using the Portal. On my phone, it was always a bit choppy and a bit blurry, something the Portal handles much better. Touchscreen though on a phone is a nightmare, so you'd need to kind of connect a Dualsense, and that was fine. and unless you're on an iPad, the screen is much larger on the Portal, which then makes the Portal far more convenient than an iPad and an accompanying Dualsense. Startup times are quicker on the Portal as shown. I could get into a game far quicker on the Portal. So is it better than a backbone? Well, this is your choice for me, but for an 8-inch screen that connects quicker, then for me the Portal is better. Remember though, the backbone does cost £100, and if you don't like that you need a PS5 to play games as well as the Portal, add on needing a half decent phone as well to play on the backbone. Can I use a Dualsense on my Portal? No, it does let you choose a user, but as soon as you do, the Portal will disconnect and assume that you're on the PS5. The Dualsense won't try to connect to the Portal if you're away from your PS5. Does it turn on the PS5? Yes, but only from sleep mode. If you have it completely shut down from your PS5, then it won't turn on, so you do need to have it in sleep mode. My TV wakes up when my PS5 is on. Does the Portal wake up the TV? No, fortunately. Even with HDMI link on, when the Portal wakes up the PS5, my TV has never switched on. What settings do I need to change to ensure the Portal works? Well, on your PS5, go to Settings, System, Remote Play, and just make sure this is checked so you've enabled it. What options does the Portal have? Well, you can change the brightness, switch to airplane mode, of which I'm still to work out why. You can change networks, system information, and finally some controller settings for vibration and triggers. How long does it take to charge? Well, using a 65-watt Ugreen charger, it took just under 2 hours to charge from completely flat to completely full. How long does the battery last? I played a variety of games on decent internet speed and I was getting around 7 hours worth of play. Definitely enough for a couple of days worth. Can I use any charger? Yes, anyone will do as long as it's USB-C. What games can I play on it? Only your PS5 games that you can play that are locally stored on your PS5. Does it have a web browser? No, it doesn't, so you won't be able to connect to open hotspots that need a login. Can I play streamed games? No, you can't. However, this is a software issue that may well be implemented in the future. Can I use headphones? Well, yes and no. No, you can't use Bluetooth headphones. The way to think of it is the same as using your PS5 or Nintendo Switch back in the day. No Bluetooth headphones, but you can use for the new PS Buds, which are out beginning of December. What accessories are available? At the moment, a few cases and a screen protector are available, but nothing official, and most are on Amazon. How good are the speakers? Surprisingly good, actually. And here's a sound test for you from a couple of games. Can I use it on the toilet? Yes. Can I use it in bed? Yes, you can. Can I use it downtown? Yes, you can, but you will have to be connected to a Wi-Fi hotspot, and I connected to my phone with no problem. So what are the main issues with it? Well, seeing as it's been advertised as a streaming device and nothing more, the fact that you can only play games on your PS5, it kind of sits okay with me. Problem is though, if you get stick drift or something minor happens to it and it's in need of repair, the whole lot has to go in. You can't use Bluetooth headphones, nor connect to any website, and you do need a half decent internet. But all of these are minor issues, and that's just for me. Finally, is it worth £200? Well, I've been using my Portal loads, and I'm completely sold on it. I'd say it was worth the £200 if you were in the same boat as me. If the idea of streaming games isn't for you, or you don't own a PS5, then this really isn't for you. To be able to play PS5 games in bed is enough. Yes, you can use a Steam Deck, a ROG Ally, Backbone, etc. But this thing is dedicated to streaming games and doesn't have any fuss firing up games. So really the decision is yours, but for me, I'm sold. If your question hasn't been answered here, please do pop it down in the comments below and I will try to answer it for you, as that was my video on the PS Portal. I hope you like, please do subscribe. To the next video. Bye bye.